If you depending on what your see, he got it. If depending on your upbringing, you know what I'm saying, your background, what you've experienced growing up. Sometimes you can get bullied so much, or sometimes you can people don't want to hear what you have to say, and it kind of causes you to kind of just shrink.
Yeah.
And fall back when you can have something valuable to the table to say, but because of the different experiences and encounters you had, it causes you to just be silent. So when you get into adulthood, you don't know how to communicate, you don't know how to get others to really understand you and see where you're coming from, because you're afraid of what they might say, because sometimes you may not feel like the sharpest crayon in the box. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it's just for the simple fact, like, you're very intelligent, you're smart, but people won't know of it because you hold on to so much and not say anything.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop Motivated Apparel and grab yourself some Motivated Apparel today.
Hey, yo, what up, world? What it do? What's happening? Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast, where we teach how to live by design and not by default. You know who it is. It's your boy, Mike Marin, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. I'm joined together with my co-host tonight once again. My left, your right, y'all give it up for Alexander Hall.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, dog.
Dumbo himself.
Yeah, Dumbo's out right now. Go view it, stream it, supply it, apply it. I know you want to do it to it.
Stream it, get it.
Produced by
down.
Diamond Air Certificate, North Cape. We are on the way. What's up?
North Cape.
Kind of like it, man.
For sure.
Yes, sir. Y'all know who
love
the
that.
cat is too, man.
I thought it.
Y'all know who it is, man. Brother from the same mother.
You already know.
H-Town native.
All the way down,
Haines
baby.
City, that is.
Polk County.
Polk County, Florida. 863.
All day.
President and CEO of No Grind, No Glory Music Group.
Skirt, skirt.
Give it up for Boy Wonder.
Big bang.
Big bad, big
Hey,
bad.
big man, come for real, boy. Y'all keep speaking that thing doing it, boy.
Big bang.
Cause we all got down.
When I blow up,
You blow up.
boom, boom.
What's going on, y'all? What's happening?
Like it, fellas.
Yo.
Oh
What
man.
to do, man? What to get down?
Oh bless,
Day
bro.
once again, man. Hump days.
Bro.
Mike.
I promise. I feel like we just teleport here, bro. It's just like these days winding. Like, man, look,
Closer and closer, man.
bro.
Like, jeez,
We almost, bro. April finna come.
we almost at the end of the first quarter.
For
I'd
real.
say third quarter, first quarter.
Might as well say quicker these days going by, bro. Like,
They
God,
say the older
dog.
you get, the faster time go by. Boy.
Hey, slow down.
Like, God, slow this thing down.
For real.
For real.
No cap.
I'm almost at the halfway mark.
Hey, listen. Man, I ain't gonna cap, bro. I'll be thinking, I'm 39. I'm gonna be 40 this year. And I'm like,
Oh,
dog,
yeah.
About it.
Oh,
10 years. I'm gonna be
next year.
50. You know what I'm saying?
that next gear.
It's
Yeah.
just like, wow, okay.
I ain't too far from
That's
now.
dope.
I'm coming around the corner though. You know, I got a little time though. You feel me?
Face.
I got a little time.
You better enjoy it, boy.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, brother.
I got a little time.
For real. But now it's been good, man.
Yeah.
We prepping for Rick's release party, so we're doing that. His album be dropping here shortly, March 16th to be exact. You heard me. Make sure y'all get that. Life After Death, you can stream that as well. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and stream. Run the numbers up right now. But just prepping for that, bro. We got opportunities already for 2025. That's gonna be crazy. So, bro, prepping for radio interviews and just about to run it up, bro.
Yo.
This is. Then we got a special surprise. You know what I'm saying? Announcement that'll be here shortly. No here, no there. Bro, I'm just enjoying the fruits of my labor, man. That's all I can say, bro. Like, God truly blessed me like with a solid camp of brothers, man. So I couldn't ask for more, man.
They about as solid as they come.
I'm telling you, bro. When I was in Fort Myers this past weekend, they called my phone, but I was shooting. Then I was like, oh snap, I missed the call. I picked up the phone. It was like, hey, boy, we need to come down there. You know, we got that. You feel me? We was about to slide down. I was like, fellas, y'all know I'm shooting. I'm straight. Yeah, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, knowledge, put it up. No, but they were like, hey, I know this joke ain't answering his phone. He always answers his phone. Bro, they had me die laughing, bro.
Oh, bro, I can only imagine how that conversation went.
Bro, oh my God.
And where you was at Fort Myers? Like, no, so where you was at?
Yeah, man, I was shooting. I was actually with City Takers Base, Southwest Florida. And taking the city with Greg. And then
I love Fort Myers.
I did some content shooting down there with my boy Ernesto, they call him too.
Yeah.
Nickname, but Ernest his name, bro. It's gonna be nice. Triple M Media. So I was like, bro, you just, I don't know if you seen the one on my page, but he just did that to the phone. Did a little quick edit.
Oh, you talking about the post you put up?
Mm-hmm.
He did it on his phone?
Bro, he shot it. Grabbed the footage. All right. Send it to his phone, airdropped it. Send it to me. It's like, hey, what you think? I was like, I'll just slap you. What I think? I was like, bro, I'm talking about seconds, bro. He's like, yeah, I'm just getting the real edit. It's what I like. Here you go. I was like, bro.
That's that next level stuff right there. That's the stuff Dickie done beat him up.
Bro, I said, bro.
I watched something she did one night. Boy, she just opened her phone. See, here it is. Like,
bro. It's like,
they locked in.
It's like,
yeah, they beast.
Are
beast.
They locked in, yeah, for sure.
For real? Don't do this. Don't do this. I'll be down here every
was
weekend.
Was it two? I thought I saw two different ones, but
the second one I put in my channel, but I haven't posted it on my other pages yet. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But I was like, bro, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And so we shot some other content like Duggets, 1 minute Duggets with Dub, and then I did a commercial for the Real Empowerment Men's Conference that we'll be doing in June. So, but he cold with it, bro. He is cold with it.
I thought that might have been Knowledge that did that.
Yeah, because he got so much on his plate, so he been doing the television show. So it's like, okay, well, since he doing that, I was just reach out to Ernest because, man, I met him through Taking the City Bash, so we just kept in touch. He's like, hey, man, let me know you want to do something. I was like, all right, what you got on this day? Yeah, you don't tell me that. Like, well, listen. It's like, I slide in a heartbeat. The whole time we was down there, hey, bro, can you do 2 more shots? I said, bro, I work. Let's do this. It's like, yeah, but it's
sleep. Who got time for sleep,
bro? It's what, man?
Do this.
That's it.
Yeah.
But it was dope, man. Just be able to just get away.
Yeah.
it was work, but didn't feel like work because
Yeah.
I love that stuff. So it's a blessing, man. So just enjoying the fruit of the labels and bro, it's a lot of blessings down the pipeline. God just been opening doors for us. So, bro, I got some other stuff I can't even talk about right now, but it's that time. Like the hard work is time, fellas. We put in too much hard work, dedication, blood, sweat, tears. It's time.
That's what's up, man.
It's time.
What's up?
What you got over there?
I need to see what Mr. Impact.
What you got over there got going on?
I'm Batman.
Yes.
The muscles showing.
I'm Batman.
You see how big they is? They
I'm trying to
bigger than my
drop some of
thigh.
this weight, man. I can't know my birthday week. Like, boy, I left him 5 pounds lighter. Okay, 5 pounds heavier.
Math ain't mathing.
Math ain't mathing.
It's like, why is it so
You wanna eat
doggone hard?
Eating that steak and that shrimp, man.
Yeah.
Birthday weekend.
When you get older, boy, that metabolism slow all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man,
Almost come to a halt.
you know this, man.
It's like,
You know what I'm saying?
this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. That's how you be feeling.
Yeah.
Boy, you lost that, did all the weight, the work to lose all that weight, and you just like, man,
Yeah.
for real. This is what we doing,
Yeah,
like,
man. I'm actually the speaker for a youth banquet that's coming up Saturday. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. Something a little bit different.
That's
So,
dope.
Yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to that, man. Just still grinding, man. On the grind, knocking down doors, brother.
True.
That grind don't stop. So
Kicking the door. You fighting with the bell.
you still.
If you see the,
You reminded me of that Mr. Clark video.
if you see me fighting the bell, help the bell. That's my favorite line. I don't care what nobody say. That's my favorite line.
Oh, you stupid. Oh, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. And I'm working on some campaigns. Get ready to work on some campaigns, though. And got a lot of stuff, man. A lot of behind the scenes stuff. We would call that when I was in the insurance business. We would call that what was the terminology we used to use? Is it the non-money making stuff that leads to the money making stuff?
Oh, no cap.
You know, all the behind the scenes stuff. So
Yeah, it's tedious work, man.
that's yeah.
It is tedious work.
Yeah. And then, especially then when you call it to both ministry and business, then you get kind of like a double whammy. So, so actually, it's kind of it ain't like a busy month, but so it's like I got an engagement this weekend. Isha will be speaking next weekend at the church. At her assistant manager, they want to at the church that she goes to. That's down in Bowling Green.
Oh, okay.
So they want her to speak for their women's event program.
Okay.
Something that they got going on down there.
Oh, that's gonna be
That's
dope.
cool.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yes. Gonna be sliding. You hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but
Ain't nothing like a trip.
yeah. So, you know.
You
heard me. So, but yeah, man. So throw this out there, man. So we talking about tonight, man. How do y'all feel about we're talking about unspoken silence, right? That's what we was talking about before the camera was rolling, so the audience would know. So sometimes we come up with topics, man, and we just roll with it. Sometimes we just freestyle. So it'll probably be a little bit of both tonight. So y'all gonna get it how we live it. So the real time. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Stamp that. Stamp that. Stamp that.
So just the topic itself, unspoken silence. How does that even speak to y'all? Let's start out though.
Don't shoot. I ain't got it. It's right there.
Stupid.
Man, unspoken silence, bro. That
No sense at all.
You ain't got no sense, man.
At all. I still want to see your birth certificate. That they showed it to me.
Hey, listen. If you ain't seen it by now, you don't need to see it.
Somebody made a switch rules.
I is your brother.
Botto Hospital.
Winter Haven. Nah, bro, that's like a rabbit hole. A slew of things can go so many different directions. And what
all inclusive, boo, all inclusive.
I'm trying to tell you. One of the many of ways I feel like unspoken silence speaks to me is like, if you, depending on what your see, he got it. If depending on your upbringing, you know what I'm saying, your background, what you've experienced growing up. Sometimes you can get bullied so much, or sometimes you can people don't want to hear what you have to say, and it kind of causes you to kind of just shrink.
Yeah.
And fall back when you can have something valuable to the table to say, but because of the different experiences and encounters you had, it causes you to just be silent. So when you get into adulthood, you don't know how to communicate, you don't know how to get others to really understand you and see where you're coming from, because you're afraid of what they might say, because sometimes you may not feel like the sharpest crayon in the box. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it's just for the simple fact, like, you're very intelligent, you're smart, but people won't know it because you hold on to so much and not say anything. There's another level also to where, getting to know your partner. We was talking about this off camera. It's some things that they be like, well, you should know. Like, the old saying, I can't read your mind.
Where you get this stuff from, man?
Be like, I can't read your mind. You know what I'm saying? But and so it goes to so many various scenarios, because it is of a person who want to be heard.
Yeah.
And so they continue to live in that until they get the confidence and the courage and the boldness to stand up and speak in something that they may know and have information on, that they become confident in because of lack of a better word, just not having the opportunity to really express themselves and just let people know, hey, this is me. I love me. I cherish me. Either you with me or you not. So I just feel like it's various ways that of unspoken silence. I've experienced that. You know what I'm saying? It just, sometimes people won't even allow you to speak just because they feel like they the big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to be the center of attention. They got to have all the air in the room. But, you know what I'm saying? For those who may be going through that, listen, we're going to help y'all break that today.
Well, I know one of the, but no, I might go ahead, because you was over there about to blow up like.
See, he trying to get out of it. You see, he just closed the blinds again in the house. He done kicked the recliner.
Well, actually, what came to my mind actually piggyback a little bit off what he said. What hit me is just, I said, I guess we got to work. Boy, say, hey, you open your mouth, he speaks. You know what I'm saying? So, what actually popped in my mind was the movie Antoine Fisher. You know what I'm saying? So we hope and pray that by the end of this podcast, this episode today, that you find your voice.
Yeah.
And I share this before I actually hit that. It's a principle that I share with my girls growing up, because we grew up in the era where it was do as I say, not as I do. You know what I'm saying? It was like do what I tell you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, with no explanation, and that's how it was when we grew up. But where we're living in the information age now, the knowledge age now, technological age now, to where everything is at the push of a button, but kids are more inquisitive. You give them some instruction, they want to know why.
Exactly.
What for? But
because I said so.
Exactly. But growing up, me and my wife, that was an agreement that we had, that we both, basically agreed upon, that we didn't want to be those parents. At the end of the day, we want to be able to allow our kids the freedom to speak their heart, speak their mind in a respectable manner. And so one thing about a voice, you got to learn. You got to know how to use it. There's an art to everything. Social media has given us all a platform, and you can use it how you so choose to use it. At the end of the day, however, the key question is what you're saying: is it beneficial? Is it positive?
Right.
Is it helping or is it hindering at the same time? So what we did, we set our girls down. We told them, at a young age, we say, listen. Yeah, we still mom and daddy, but at the end of the day, we want y'all to understand that you do have a voice. However, this is the caveat. How you use that voice determines if you're heard. Because
say that again, bro.
Because you still a kid. You're still a kid.
Yep.
So you can't come at me and mama any kind of way, but you can come. So how you come is going to determine what's going to be heard. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to what Dub said. A lot of times, depending upon circumstances, environments, and situations that we may have been in, intentionally or unintentionally, something that we did, something that we didn't do. Either way, we find ourselves in a situation. So we find ourselves, we start peeling back, and so our voice kind of gets covered in the clutter. And so that my mind went back to Antoine Fisher because what happened. He was going through that process. Yeah, the whole movie. It was a great movie. Actually, I can actually say that probably one of my favorites. Got a lot of messages out of that movie. And,
a lot of hidden messages.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
A lot.
And when he finally got the courage to go face, the lady that was she molested him. I think it was. Yeah. And so once he got the courage to go back and face that issue. He found his voice, but the role that Denzel Washington played helped him find that voice. And so basically, once again, what we want to do tonight, we want to be able to help you find that voice, but please understand, social media has given us a platform, you know what I'm saying? But just because you can say something don't mean that you should. So how you use your voice, make sure you're using it in a way that warrants you to be heard, because when you come out at a certain way, you can let the anger, the hurt, the pain, you feel that. Can't tell you how you feel because that's what you've experienced. Right. However, Antoine Fisher was the same scenario. He had a whole bunch of built up anger. Yeah. And it took Denzel Washington's character to kind of tame that to a certain degree, to allow him to experience what he needs to experience by using his voice in a proper manner. So that's kind of what I had to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk. So I'm gonna alley-oop up to you.
And I can't even remember the movie Antoine Fisher off the top of my dome, but I do resonate with what you're talking about. So like with, you know how my little brain works.
Coming straight out the house.
I'm coming from the house. I'm just, I just connect the dots and just try to process it the way that I process stuff. So with Denzel Washington, here is the thing, right? So, everybody has times in their lives where they have silence that is unspoken. That's everyone. There's not a human being walking on the earth that has something on the inside of them that they need or needed to be expressed at a certain amount of time and they didn't. Whether they was a child, an adult, or whatever. But what I'm starting to figure out now and what I'm thinking about now from the trial and tribulation that I've been like head butting directly in the face lately, when you're talking about Denzel, what Denzel did was created an atmosphere. That's the cure for unspoken silence.
The safe space. Yep.
Yeah.
Atmosphere is the cure for unspoken silence. And who enters the atmosphere or who creates the atmosphere for you, they're your Denzel for the Antoine Fisher. And they play an humongous role. When you're somebody's Denzel, in the atmosphere, how he was to him, everything you do is driven by development, and the foundation is love. Period. Because everything that you're saying, everything you're not saying, everything that you're looking over, the things that you're researching, You're trying to understand their mind. Your goal is to create a certain type of atmosphere that helps them overcome and develop whatever that they need to develop to start opening up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this right here. I know atmosphere, the correct atmosphere, and the grooming of it is the cure for unspoken silence. Because
It
when
is.
a person doesn't feel safe, they won't speak up.
Right.
I was in a situation like that
Right.
not too long ago.
Right.
I didn't.
Right.
You got to speak up on certain stuff.
Yeah.
Children are the masters at it.
Bro.
Children. Your kid would not tell you stuff because they think you're gonna flip out on them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think it's safe. Everyone needs a safe haven. Like, bro, and now don't come from my head. Women always, I love y'all. Women always, you need to communicate. You gotta communicate. Okay. You don't communicate. How about, do you really want me to communicate? Do you really want me to express how I feel in my heart? Because if I express what I feel in my heart, you might have to go get glasses because you won't believe what you're seeing wants to come out of me. So are you sure this is a real safe space? Because once I gut this fish, it's gonna be everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because men are sensitive.
Yeah.
Men, it's not soft, we just sensitive. You know what I mean? So it's like we got feelings too.
Yeah.
So I need a safe space just like you need a safe space. So your partner has to get in the habit of cultivating the atmosphere to where I can come and tell you things that I might not be able to tell my cousin or my homeboy or my teacher from school or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So the atmosphere is the cure for it, bro.
It is, man. Even with my godsons, I make sure I talk to them and create a safe space for them.
Hold on. I gotta clear it up real quick. And I want to be like the same thing with bro. You can't be not. Here you go again. When your girl trying to come tell you stuff, she ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Then other bro.
Here you go again. I can't do nothing right. Listen to what she's trying to say.
Oh,
Look,
bro,
check this out, bro. Look, hold on, bro. Bro, check this out.
You struck a nerve down.
Bro, yeah, for real. Check this out, bro.
Hold on, before because what you're doing, you're constantly, and because I've experienced that.
Yeah.
So you're constantly bringing the past into the present without being able to make the adjustment from the situation to situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you here you go again, it's like but let's address this now. Well, now I already know what you. But you know what I'm saying? You I already know. How you know? How you know? You know because what happens is you don't like the response or you don't like the reaction, so you don't even want to go there. And so what creating a safe space does is no matter where we at, go ahead and go there. Even if it looked like the last situation, even if it looked like the last situation before that, because that's the purpose. You can't, when you create a safe space, can't be no stipulations. It can't be no stipulations because if there are stipulations, then how is it a safe space? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just throw that out.
Yeah, so that's good, Mike. So here's like one of the key things though. When you're creating a safe space for a person who needs to speak on their silence, I'm telling you guys, this is like the anchor to the Carnival cruise ship. You know what I'm saying? Just let it hit the bottom, like on the way down, the anchor need to hit the shark in the head and everything. Just knock it out. When you are trying to cultivate a safe space for your mate, the number one thing that needs to be done is they need to know that they are top priority in your life. And they need to know it and feel it. You can't be like, you should know. No. If they can't feel it and if they can't spit it out of their mouth that I know I'm top priority, you need to make sure that they know that. That's the number one thing. Because when you make somebody top priority, here's the thing. I may not be able to understand what you're going through, but if you're top priority in my life, I need to be able to see that you are yelling for me emotionally and intimately. So I might not be able to understand what you're going through, but if you're top priority in my life, I'm locked in on you. So I should be able to know that you need something from me. You know what I mean? So that's the major thing when you're trying to create that safe space for that person to open up. They have to know and they have to feel like they top priority. Do you care about what I'm feeling? Do you care about what I'm going through emotionally? That's that thing, bro.
That's big facts, because even with my godsons, I make sure I create that safe space by just pretty much being the only father figure. So it's like with Jeremiah, you can tell, you know what I'm saying? You know when something's off with a child or with someone that you've been close with or close to for years, and you just know that person inside and out. And so there's been instances and times where he'll be just about to tell me, and then he'll just like, I'm fine. It's like in my head, no, you ain't. But I'm just continuing to show you that this is a safe space where we could talk about what we need to talk about, because again, that's the most important thing you can do, whether it's for your child, whether it's for your mate, whether it's for one of your best friends, because they need to know that you can be the person that they can confide in and know that it's not going to go nowhere else unless it's really serious. Then it needs to go somewhere else. Then we got to do what we got to do. But in the instances of being able to speak and relay, just to get it off their chest, because that's all they want, just someone who will listen and not always intend to listen with the intent to speak and have an answer. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, listening ain't just coming back with an answer as soon as they relay what it is that's going on with them. It's just giving them a listening ear. I understand where you're coming from, or you know what I'm saying, I never experienced that, but I can sense your frustration. I can sense your hurt. That I can empathize with. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be heard, and they want to know that you understand what I'm trying to relay and what message I'm trying to come across and give. That's really important.
And bro, it's not easy cultivating that space.
It's not. It's work.
Especially when you don't know how to build a relationship. It's not easy. Bro, I went through 5 years with that. 5 years. But my previous marriage, unspoken signs for 5 years, the woman blew up at the end, bro. You should have seen that night. Like, it was so much stuff, so much emotion that came out of her that I've never seen. She was like, it was envy pent up, all types of stuff, because I didn't know how to properly cultivate a situation. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know how she wanted her eating to look, and I didn't know what seed to sow and how to groom it. So it's important. Both parties got to know kind of what they want too. You know what I'm saying? So it's not easy being that person who trying to get that person who trying to, because in all actuality, once the mood is set, it's gonna be easy for them to crack open. You ever seen a chicken come out the egg? And then as soon as that one big piece of egg come out, they all greasy coming out. It's gonna be harder for you to cultivate the atmosphere than to them to bust out the egg. It's really hard. Learning new skills. Stop doing this. What did I do yesterday? Should I have said this better? Are we financially set? If that's what making you feel that way, it's a lot of things you gotta lock in on that stuff. Bro. It's a lot. It's just not easy.
Yeah, and even though it's not easy, you have to also be willing to relay the information, because sometimes the other person will allow that to go for so long, unspoken silence, because they feel like nothing's going to change, nothing's going to shift. They feel like they're in the same rut. So a lot of times they'll just deal with whatever's going on. I'm going to do me, you do you. We come in the middle when we come in the middle on certain stuff. Then I'm back in my corner, you back in your corner. It's just like, that's not a productive relationship. It's not a healthy relationship. Because like you say, somebody's gonna blow up. Somebody's gonna snap.
Yeah, that's not what that is. That's not companionship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it goes back to what you said. You have to. I'm gonna make sure I get this. That's why I'm sitting up here going researching the movie because I want to make sure I get the narrative right. Yeah, he was molested, but it was by his foster mother's niece. So that's where he suffered a lot of emotional and physical abuse in foster care, and then dealing with the situation with his real mom. But at the end of the day, what was his thing? And I preached a sermon on this a while back. And I don't remember everything I said, but I remember that was like, at that point in time, that was like a proud moment for me because I had got so much from that sermon myself. And what was the main statement I think that he's probably most known for, that's just my opinion, is when he starts to where he starts to speak on who will cry for the little boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's powerful.
It was powerful because and I wanted to say this right behind that because it kind of goes into what you was talking about. It's like, who will cry for the little boy? Who will cry for the little girl that's silenced? You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to what you said, Alexander. It's a hard thing to do. But one thing I've learned, especially being in ministry and being in the church, is people come bound and they leave bound. People wake up bound and they go back to bed bound. You know what I'm saying? When all it takes is certain acts to move and work towards your freedom. But sometimes you can be so bound to a certain situation or environment or person that it kind of stifles you and it muffles you to the point to where you feel like you're kind of like in the paddy wagon in the white suit all wrapped up. You just feel it because you're so bound by your situation or your emotions. So, but looking at the narrative from the movie, and it fits this topic perfectly, is once he came out of that situation, I was reading the information about him. Who says he ran away, left at 14, then that's when he found his way when he got older to make his way into the Navy, right? But once he kind of saw something in Denzel saw a little something in him. The relationship began to, but what happened though? He relapsed and then he spazzed out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then Denzel had to kind of redirect him. But the key thing, and what I want to point out, and me saying all that, and take you on that little pig trail, is he left and he went to the Navy, which means he found something. He found an outlet that led to the freedom that he was looking for.
Yeah.
He didn't just stay in his cubby hole. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even though he went in, I'll paint this picture. Even though he was in the Navy, he went in and went out. He went in and went out. But had he never went to that place of the Naval Academy, he never would have been in a place to be in and out, and then finally found his out. So, so the thing is you can say it's easier said than done, and trust me, I get it with people's moral characteristics. The character is hard today. It's so bad today. But you put yourself in into a young kid that went from foster care to foster care. You know what I'm saying? Been in the worst places, been molested, great, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he found an outlet because he didn't sit still. He found enough strength to muster up. So sometimes you just gotta muster up enough strength to break the silence just by moving. Because moving is a form of speaking.
Action. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We speak with our body language. So movement can speak for you until you feel the freedom to release your voice, so that way you can kind of get rid of all that toxicity that's been governing your life for however long it's been governing your life.
Been weighing you down.
Because and shoot, I was finna say adults, but now you can't even say adults because it's all type of things going on in different people's lives and different stages of their lives. So I'm gonna just say individuals, period. Most individuals are already accustomed to acting or living functional in a situation that is 1,000% dysfunctional.
Yeah.
That like you said, they are like, it's like they wrapped up, and I think everybody been there before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In some way, form, or fashion.
To my fashion.
In some way, form, and fashion. You know, I mean, I can recall times in my life where I felt silence as a child and as an adult. You know what I'm saying? So it's which is kind of crazy now because sometimes I have to pull back because I found my voice. So so you know, sometimes, and that's just for the betterment of the situation. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I like because people value my opinion in some of the spaces that I'm in. So that's why I try to make sure that I'm correct or in right standing when I make certain comments or when I say certain stuff, because they take my words as face value. You know what I'm saying? Because I built those type of relationships. So that's when I was talking about earlier in the podcast, when I was talking about you have a voice, but how you come with that voice determines how you're going to be heard.
That's true.
You got to make sure of that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be arguing back and forth with your spouse, with your significant other, with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and then expect everything to be all willy-nilly on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So there's a progression to this whole thing, but it comes to acknowledging the root of the root of the issue, and when you find it out, at some point in time, there's a silent cry. There's a little boy, there's a little girl deep inside the adult that never got a chance to really express the way they feel or how they felt about certain things, whether their life, whether how they treated, whether it was being at school, bullied at school, whatever it could have been. Everybody has that little boy and that little girl that's sitting in that body that was never dealt with. And so until you deal with that situation, then you will really never experience the freedom in life that you want. Because on the other end of the decline is freedom.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R8 28 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to stop your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
And when I say decline, I mean when you go back down that road, it was a downturn. It was a down point in your life. Whether you lost your business, you had to file bankruptcy, you're coming back from a divorce, or you just going into a divorce and you're trying to figure out this single life. It's life is a journey. You know what I'm saying? Life is a search. It's a journey, and you may have to take a break. You may have to rest, but at the end of the day, don't stop. You know what I'm saying? What MLK said. You can't walk. What is it? If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by basically
just
by
keep
any
moving
means,
forward.
Keep going. Keep moving forward. And so that's what it entails. You know what I'm saying? Because as we progress as a society, it gets harder to find what you're looking for because of, and I hate to say it, and I keep being a dead horse, is because of the nature of the culture. We don't have love in our music anymore, you know. So everybody's looking for love in all the wrong places because you don't even know what love looks like, because the things that's feeding you doesn't know what love looks like.
Yeah, they're bro. I'm gonna just say this right here, man. I'm gonna just say, like, sex and soul ties and love is different, bro. Let's just be, you know what I'm saying? Sex and love is different. So even the R&B the
R&B ain't even
like it used to be.
It's not talking about love. They're talking about
lust.
It's, you know what I'm saying? So
it's a lot of lust.
Yeah, it's a complete different thing going on. Love is a whole bunch of action. Love is a whole bunch of sacrifice. Love is a whole bunch of compromise. Love is a whole bunch of dying to yourself. Love is not, I can get, you out of here, I can go get somebody else. That's not how it works
At all.
You know what I'm saying? So the lust, you use that term, and love is two different things.
Yeah.
So,
a lot has been shifted, man. A lot has been shifted. And what is displayed when you think about an artist, what's displayed from a creative point of view is displayed from a personal point of view, because they go hand in hand.
That's good, yeah.
Because a lot of people don't understand that. How can you separate the artist from the music? And it's like, they did that. If they did that, there's consequences, there's repercussions, and you can't separate from the no matter how much you like a person, no matter how a good of a person they once were. If they're into something that exposes a lot, then the question is, how good of a person were they? Because they're only going to show you a certain side that they want you to see. And that's what you have to be careful of, because then that's why people don't know what real love is, because it's just like, now you're stuck in the place of, dog, if I say something, I'm going to be outed. I don't want to be outed. I just want to stay in. I want to fit in with the crowd. If I say something, I'm a loner again. So it's a lose-lose situation for me. So you know what? I'm going to just stay quiet. And you don't have to. Because it's better to be with people who are truth spoken, well evolved, that wants to get you in a place of not only confidence, not only boldness, but get in a place of being strategic with your life, and that people care about your life and wants to see the quality of your life. Like you said with the culture, they only deal with quantity a lot of times. And it's only a small percentage of quality within that culture that you'll find. But again, you have to be careful with what you absorb, with what you allow your eye gates to see, what you allow your ear gates to hear, because it's a strong influence. How do you want to be influenced? So that's the question of the day. Like, how do you want to be influenced? How do you want the quality of your life to look? Do you want to be a people pleaser and not have a say whatsoever? Or do you want to come out in confidence and boldness and just say, you know what, even if I stand alone, at least I'm at peace with myself, and at least I'm in a place where, you know what, that's not going to hinder me from moving forward with what I need to do and what is necessary.
So, bro, that's what happens. I mean, if you look at it, that's what happens when you are a people pleaser. You don't have any say so
at all.
Right.
You don't,
because people are speaking for you.
Exactly.
When you are a people pleaser, you don't have any say so. Everyone is yanking you left, right, up, and down because they know that you're gonna give them what they need and what you need and what values that you have. They're not even worried about thinking about giving that to you. They're not even bringing that to the table.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So that's, I hope, bro.
And another thing, the oppressor can't oppress if they ain't got nothing to oppress. When you think about a bully, they keep going to that same person because they know they're smarter, they're faster, and they're stronger. But when you have somebody who actually do something to show, like, hold on, I ain't seen that before, like, and then they keep doing it over and over to the point where it's like, yo, you keep messing with me, we're gonna have a problem. Now he start inching back. Now he's going to another target, another victim who is another victim of unspoken silence. The oppressor cannot press what is not willing to be pressed. So you have an important decision to make. Will you be oppressed, or will you stand up against the oppressor?
I think, man, what it really boils down to is what do you want from your situation? So it goes back to, like what I'm saying, live your life by design and not by default. You know, when you playing the game, you're given a certain deck of cards. You know what I'm saying? You can't choose which cards you want. You're playing the game, and the dealer deals the cards. So at the end of the day, you might have a bad hand, but you just can't throw that hand in, you know, even though you may want to. But at the end of the day, sometimes it be so funny, man. You ever play the game of spades and you be looking at, God, dog, man, I can't do that with this. And then you end up getting a whole bunch of books.
Yo, I ain't got no space. Yeah.
Not
And it's because of how the cards were, and all you're looking at. See, here's the thing. All you're doing. Thank you, God. I feel like this. And the priest said, I feel my help coming. All you're doing is looking at the cards that you're dealt, but you are playing a game, and the game represents life. So you're playing the game, and you're looking at the cards that you're dealt, and you're saying, I can't do nothing with this, but you're not paying attention to the game. Because if you're paying attention to the game, then you're seeing how the suit is played. And then those bad cards, because you got a partner sitting on there on the other side that's dictating how this game is going to go, or they start picking up some things. Next thing you know, somebody start cutting and slicing and wheeling and dealing, and next thing you know, the hand that was bad
turned to be good.
Turns out to be good, because now the hand is being played in the game and not just the hand. Because we're looking at it from that general. We only look. You know what I'm saying? Y'all feel me? I'm trying to paint this picture, man. Because
I got you.
That's your help.
You're looking at what's in your hand, but that hand is a part of a whole game.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, man, you got to look at your whole life. What you're going through is just a portion of your whole life. And so you got to look at that portion that's in your whole life. And as we say, and as it's been said for years and years and years, you got to learn how to make lemonade out of lemons. And so in learning how to make lemonade out of lemons, you have to get connected with somebody that can show you, hey, baby, all right, here you go. Squeeze this. No, we need to cut that off. Okay, hold on. You don't want to add too much so you'll get somebody diabetes out there. So
Be looking like,
ooh, but you know what I'm saying? You're connected with somebody that can kind of give you that extra oomph, or that whatever you need, the extra push. However, you have to be willing to play the game. You can't just throw your hand in because you got a bad hand.
Yep.
And that's what we do a lot of times. We look at our life, man, and God is still saying, you know what, even though I've allowed some things in your life, even though you've allowed some things in your life, it can still work out for your good, because evil can still work out for your good no matter how bad your life. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has a life to live. But at the end of the day, you still got to tell it, and you still got to live it. But at some point, you have to learn how to put yourself in situations that will allow you to break the silence in your life, to allow you to experience the freedom that you want to experience. Because one thing, I can tell you for me, boy, I don't care at the experience, and it comes with, I guess, wisdom or age to a certain degree, because when you just want to be free, it don't matter who, what, and where, and anything is. You just gonna be free. I remember it was it was probably about a month ago. Man, Pastor Lynn preached a message so heavy, and it might have been the one I sent you. And she said, you know what? And basically, she said, if you want to be free, she basically gave just meet me at the altar right now. And and there was people that stayed in their seat. And I remember her saying, she said, everybody in this church should have been up here at this altar. And I'm like, you sure right? Because everybody is bound by something.
Look. Remember I was talking about earlier?
By something. It can be simple, but something.
Look, remember I was talking about earlier about how Denzel was for Antoine Fisher?
Yeah.
So the person creates the atmosphere, right? Here's the thing. Once the atmosphere gets created,
right,
you have to partake in the atmosphere.
That's good. I like that.
That part.
Go ahead.
For real, once you partake in the atmosphere, atmosphere set, you partake in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Once you partake in the atmosphere, you are breaking the cycle.
Yep.
And once you break the cycle, then you can release what's unspoken.
Exactly.
Stuff can change. So when you're dealing with a new situation, a new person, a new woman, a new business partner, a new football team, a new baseball coach, they got a new system. They have a mind that you never seen before. They have a heart and they have a personality you never had before. You partake in what they're building.
Changes you from the inside out.
You start living different and you start breaking the cycle. You start going against the grain of everything that you have did up to that part. And once you start to do that, stuff will start coming out. Then you will start to release certain stuff you never released before.
Bro.
And I'm glad you said, boy, you opened up Pandora's bottle. That was
For
great.
real.
That was great because
That's
that,
a bar.
I'm gonna bring it down to something simple. That's why, because when you go to church, you don't get nothing out of it because you ain't put nothing in it.
You put it in.
What about you sitting in the classroom or your son or your daughter sitting in the classroom? Man, school, it's what you make it. If you don't put nothing in, you ain't gonna get nothing out. I dare you to try to go to your bank account and withdraw some money out of an account that you don't have. Or an account that ain't got no money in it.
Can't
You can
withdraw when
only
you ain't
withdraw
deposit.
what you put in. You know,
Exactly.
so I'm glad you brought that point up, man, because you have to participate in your own deliverance. You can't be delivered if you don't participate.
Exactly. You have to partake in the atmosphere that's being set, because that is going to break the chains. If you get with a person or a new whatever and they want to live different, and you know you need to live different, you have to go against how you've been living for your whole life for something different to happen. Once that
Exactly.
difference starts to take place, new communication will start. Things that you couldn't share with the past person, you can share with this person. Deliverance, and y'all start going different places. You start lifting weights you never lifted before because a new coach got a new system.
Oh,
Better version of yourself.
bro.
You start learning new marketing strategies because this company is different.
Bro. Boy,
So you can't just be on this side, you're unspoken. No, you have to put in work for what you need to get done for yourself too. Bro, it's the worst thing ever. Is to be in a new situation. It's like
you still operating the
look,
same
bro.
way.
Look,
Yeah.
operating the same way. Bro, it's like going
Bruh.
in your room, not putting on a whole new fit and not taking a shower and not changing your drawers. You in the mall looking fresh, but underneath you funky as a mug. It's the worst. Why would you be in a new environment that can change everything in your future and you not at least attempt or try to partake in it?
Bro, what?
The worst thing ever is to be present and be absent. Bro, remember in Luke, bro, Luke chapter 15, verses 11 through 32, the prodigal son. The younger son left. He was gone. Bye-bye. He making it rain. He doing his thing.
Yep.
Right.
But look, the oldest son stayed. He was looking for appraisal from his daddy. He became impatient. He didn't get it. So the impatience, that left, and then the envy came.
Yep.
He heard the music from the house. He said, "Dad, what's going on?" His dad came out. Your brother came home. I'm paraphrasing, y'all. Your brother came home. He started coming up with the envy, with the what? He was out and I was here.
Spend all your money.
The worst thing ever. You was here the whole time, and you wasn't even here.
Dang. They never had to put that way.
For real.
You was here the whole time,
Bro.
but since that envy crept in, and you was focused on what your brother was doing, you wasn't even here the whole time. You was here, but you was absent. That's the worst thing ever, to be in an environment that's fruitful, and you can't
and
partake.
you ain't even partaking in it.
Bro, oh man. Ooh, bro, prime example, man. Prime example, so tangible, bro. I'm watching Coach Thomas. I can't wait to have him on the show, boy.
For sure.
Facts.
But his system,
Right.
bro, immediate. Talk about immediate impact, bro. Talk about immediate impact from 5 a.m. workouts to ain't gonna be no slack time in the off season. Either you're gonna run track, you're gonna lift weight, you're gonna do something. Bro, a lot of the kids bought in, they're doing it. Why wasn't they doing this before? Because the system wasn't there. So I'm watching the videos. I'm still going out there. And I'm looking at their body composition change in a short amount of time. He's only taken over since January, end of January, I think it was. So I'm watching the kids. I'm looking at their body. I'm like, whoa.
It's changes.
It's changing.
Yeah.
They're getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? The energy is different. You still got some of the same same issues. I'm not going to sit there and paint this perfect picture. You know what I'm saying? There's there's some turmoil there, but for the most part, it's been good because there's a buy-in. Because there's a system that came in, and I see the benefit of what you're trying to do that's going to benefit me. So why would I not participate in it? But here's the thing: you're gonna always have somebody that's gonna be sitting on the sideline in the atmosphere that's conducive for you to flourish at the next level. But you want to stay in the old mindset, and then you're gonna get left behind, and then you're gonna be like the people that were knocking on Noah's door talking about let me in. I'm just paraphrasing, even though they wouldn't. But they're talking about let me in, but it's too late.
Yeah.
Been telling you to do this the whole time. Been warning you the whole time. Been informing you the whole time. And now it's time for the reward. And now you want to come knocking. No, bro. It's bye.
Yeah.
You want to partake after it's been built.
Bye. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, I can't wait for the spring game because I want to see it all put together. You know what I'm saying? You got to go walk through the process. But I just had to share that because that's like a right now tangible thing in my life that I can say that just fits what you just said to the T.
Bro, because
to the T.
You complaining about you tired, this ain't going on, this ain't going on, this ain't going on, this ain't going on, but you in an environment to where you can really change from it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
Exactly.
If you look about what you done did and got to what system were you using that got you in a place to where you got all this complaining? You done got the system for destruction. How about you work with the person in a new environment to create a system for deliverance? That's what Denzel did with Antoine Fisher.
Yeah.
That's basically. I said before.
That safe space.
It was the Mr. Miyagi for the.
You're right.
You getting knocked out? Come work with me. Come to the crib when we can.
Right.
It's a both party. So once you're partnered up with somebody, once you align with somebody, your breakthrough is never alone. It's always with somebody. 2 or 3 strands.
Yeah.
Not easily broken.
With 2 or 3 people, that's how God worked. God said, "Let us make men in our image." It was a team effort. He God, but he still had the
pieces in play.
He had the people with him. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is like your unspokenness, your partner and y'all can cultivate, but you still have to partake in it. But you're not going to do it. The best thing about when you're paired up with someone or with something or with some team, if it's genuine, you're not going to do it alone.
Nope.
That's why marriage is so powerful. You don't do it alone. Yeah, if a person has an alcohol problem, you're the one who has to push the bottle away when it's that temptation, when it's time to fight. You're the one who have to go to the meetings. It's true. You're the one who have to keep your word. It's true.
Yep.
But when they get rough, you don't do it alone. Who do you talk about the times when it's rough? Who helps you pour out the liquor down the drain? You don't do it alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
That's really good.
For sure.
That's the motto.
And that's what we talk about with not just the kids, but everybody that's trying to do certain things.
Yeah.
That's what you call accountability. You know what I'm saying?
They won't allow you to do it alone. Yeah.
I told Faith today, I said, Faith, I said, I need, because we were talking about coffee, right? So we trying to get our health right. So I said, Faith, I really need to stop drinking energy drinks.
Yeah.
She said, yes, you do ASAP.
No cap.
No cap. She said, she wasn't all sweet. She was like, yes, you do ASAP. I said, okay, I got you.
Facts.
I say, but I text her. I say, okay, well, I'm going to need your help to be my accountability partner when it comes to this. And I told her, and she didn't ask for this information. I told her, I said, I like the flavor of the energy drink. So when I drink them, it gives me that alert feeling. The next text I sent her, I said, when I used to drink Hennessy a lot, before I get like toe up, I would get that same feeling. And that's what the energy drinks do to me. It gave me that alert feeling. I said, so I need you. I need you to be accountable. When I'm at the gas station, But I'm looking at the bangs and all that. Like, no, you straight. I need, because if you don't, I'm gonna pop one open until I get
Or another one.
until
Or
I get
another
it
one.
in my system to where no, that's not good. And then now, I'm looking up the effects of it, how it makes your heart flutter. All those things help cultivate your decision on. Let me start speaking up.
Yeah.
Let me start acting and doing different, so I can come from this place. That's what we're talking about. But the person who be like, no, don't do that. No, remember that the person who's sending you the articles on what it does to your heart and what it does to your kidneys, they're helping you. But I'm the one who has to push it away, but they're still helping. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to your breakthrough, you having a voice, your partner is there to help you. You're not gonna, you at the end of the day, gonna have to be the one to speak up. But the person who is there with you, who if you have been paired with the right one, if you chose the right one, they're gonna help you, not hinder you. Yeah.
Big facts.
You got to get with somebody that's going to help you navigate your voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can remember, man, I got numerous instances, man, and because just having to learn how to talk myself out of situations, just like David said, sometimes you got to encourage yourself in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Until you find that partner and or that situation, you got to continue to speak life to that situation. The Bible says death and life is in the power of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Something's coming out of your mouth, so you got to make sure you monitor what's coming out of your mouth until you see. What they're saying, you got to say it till you see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer in that. You know, there's still some things that I speak in my affirmations every single day that I have not seen yet for years. But I'm not going to let that stop me from not saying it. I'm not going to allow the enemy to get in my ear and say it's been X amount of years and I still haven't seen. You know what? I put the seed in the ground. You ain't even got a sprout. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it, because at the end of the day, the Bible says that what? The vision was for an appointed time, and at the end, it's going to speak. I don't know when the end is.
Nope.
God don't reveal you when the end is. The end is when the manifestation happens. And so when it happens, it just happens. So now you know it's in the end. But in the meantime, in between time, I have to stay positive and see and see what I want to see and continue to say what I want to see until it's actually manifested. So even in the days that you don't feel like it, you know, sometimes you may just have to put on some music. You may just have to put on somebody speaking something or a sermon or something that to get your spirit in a place where it needs to be cultivated, so that it can be fertile enough to take in what needs to be taken in that environment for you to be able to receive a harvest in that place. Because if you continue to speak death in that place, then guess what? You're receiving what you're speaking.
I'm telling you, it'll shift the trajectory of your life.
It'll shift. And it's speaking loud. So we're talking about breaking the silence. So it comes in many ways. The spoken language comes in many ways. I can speak to you and don't say a word. What is your body language saying? What's going on when you're in certain spaces? You know. Listen, man. The Bible says chance happens to us all. But at the end of the day, man, we got to take a chance and make the choice to make a change. Point blank. Period.
Just like
Am I
that.
saying it is easy? No,
Just like that.
it's not easy. But when you want to be free, you will do whatever it takes to be free. And just like when Pastor Lynn said, everybody in this church should have been up here. I'm in the when you say you got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired, that includes you got to keep speaking that thing until it happens. I ain't one of them guys to name it and claim it, blab it and grab it, but I am a firm believer of affirmations. You shall decree a thing and it shall be established. Doesn't tell you when it's going to be established, but it says it will be established. But it cannot be established if you don't decree. What good is you being in an environment that's going to cultivate you into the place to be where you want to be, but you're still being reserved and silent because you don't want to deal with the issues that come with it? It got to come out.
It got to.
Yeah, it's real.
It got to come out. I can't deal with it being inside, internal. It has to come out. I have to deal with those thoughts. I have to deal with those emotions. I have to deal with those feelings, because if I want to be free, those things has to be released from me.
Exactly.
And if you don't try to be free, then your team or your partnership or your spouse, they're not going to be free.
Exactly. You got the whole house bound because you don't want to be free.
Nobody moves forward. It's both parties move forward. It's not he up here and you back here. Then it's not a we. He ain't going nowhere because you're not up there with him. You know what I mean? So if one person,
how could two walk together unless they agree?
Right. So if one person doesn't want to move forward or is afraid to face issues or afraid to make adjustments or what the case may be, you're hindering the whole situation.
Bro, you're hindering the whole movement.
Yeah, you are.
Your life is a
whole
movement.
generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're hindering a whole movement, man. And the reason I can talk like this is because I've been that person, man.
Yeah, me too at times.
You know what I'm saying? Especially us men, as authoritative figures that God created us to be. When we take our rightful place, good, bad, or indifferent, you have the power to bound up a whole atmosphere, man, by your actions.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain aura, there's a certain, you know, can they say swag, whatever how they say that
sure.
we carry. You know what I'm saying? And women too, at the end of the day. But you don't want to sit there and bound your whole house up, man. Everybody's walking on eggs. I've been there, man. And when that liberation comes, it is the most liberated feeling. It is the most liberating feeling. But humanistic nature tells us, it takes us on this long pigtail journey, be like the children of Israel that took a couple day journey that turned into 40 years because we wanted to murmur and complain. And it only took a couple days journey and it turned into 40 years. And that's how our life be. We take something that can be so simple and we turn it, we make a mountain out of a molehill.
I remember a poet by the name of Ezekiel. He says something to the lines of this nature: if you don't speak life, then death will involuntarily raise itself. It'll speak for you.
If you don't speak life, then death will voluntarily raise itself. That's powerful.
Yeah. Because you ain't got to plant a weed for it to grow.
Nope.
Think about
At
that.
all.
They just show
They
up.
just show up. It's just like, I killed you.
Hey,
I
I'm
ain't
showing
dead.
up for the party.
I ain't dead.
Feed me too. Give me some of that fertilizer.
I raised up.
That's true.
No cap.
That's good. That's good. And so, man, this is good, man. This has been eye opening. And man, 2024 is 2024. And so, no matter what your first quarter looks like, because we almost to the end of it. No matter what it looks like, and I read a post today that's basically saying what I'm fit to say. No matter what it looks like, you still have to believe. You still have to maneuver and move as if your 2024 is in a space of where you want it to be. But if it's not, you still got time. As long as you got breath in your body,
You got time.
you still have time. And be like Antoine Fisher. When you notice at the end of the movie, the man was free. The man went back and faced, when he found out where she stayed, he went back and he faced it. He went back and he faced it.
That was the win in itself.
That was a win in itself.
No, he didn't care what the outcome would be, because you know you if it one way of not freeing yourself is going with the expectation of hoping they would admit that this happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
Right.
like, oh man,
Right.
like, but
Right.
if he would have went in with that mindset, he probably wouldn't have gotten
Well,
free.
got free.
You know what I'm saying? So he went with the mindset, well, I made a decision whether I get the answer I want to hear or not. Me showing up is freeing myself of this entanglement.
You gotta do it for you.
You got to do it for you.
Forgiveness is for you and not the other person.
You gotta do it for you when you're facing things that trouble you or situations that you gotta address. You cannot be worried about how they're gonna feel about you wanting to move forward.
They can stay back there.
What are you doing to your current situation?
Right.
You can't do that. When you go face something, you got to do it for you on what the future that you want, where you at right now.
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's good.
It's good. Yeah. This was very liberating.
Very.
I love y'all, man.
And I
sure, ladies.
Another one for the books,
same
man.
here,
I
bro.
love y'all too, bro.
And we
for the
hope
books,
that gives y'all voice.
Man, y'all,
You know what I'm
y'all
saying?
don't understand like the combos that we be having off camera.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
going to
crazy.
the house and everybody meet me out here, meet me here, and they'll just be, man, it's crazy, man. So this table,
Yeah.
I appreciate everyone at this table
Real
because y'all
talk.
guys
Yeah.
be like the first time I got cussed out by a Christian was Mike.
Well, you ain't gonna never forget that.
Now
he did not. He didn't cut me out. No, I was in my little whatever, going through my junk, and he was like, "Bro, you need to shift how you looking at this, bro. You tripping." I was like, "For real?" He said, "Bro, you tripping, bro." And then he just kind of showed me how I was off. But you need people like that around you who not gonna be afraid to tell you, like, "Bro, you
Bro. There is
you need
beauty.
to shut up and look at what you looking at."
Bro.
I can't do yes people, man. Don't
No.
do nothing for me.
Yeah,
And there's beauty within the extra set of pair of eyes, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
you need that.
Yeah. Yeah. And just that's what we do, man. Iron sharpens iron. We keep each other covered, man. We've been doing it for years.
yeah.
And we're gonna do it for some more years,
That part.
And keep this train moving, man.
Choo choo.
Ooh, but it just hit me right here, bro. So when you're dealing with people who are cultivating the space, I know we gotta go. But that person has to be a person who is not cultivating the space for what they want.
Mm.
When you're dealing with people, if they're focused on what they want, they can't focus on what
What is
you
needed?
can't see. That's the thing. Dealing with
Facts.
people who put their focus on what you can't see. That's a game changer.
That's
That
a game
is.
changer, bro.
That's a game changer.
Bro, and it has to, and it's crazy to think it has to be that way
Yeah.
because you're only gonna push yourself to a certain degree. I don't care. Listen, bro,
That's for real.
I've been working out since I was in the 8th grade. I'm older now, so I don't do all that crazy stuff like I used to do. I don't do all that heavy weight like I used to. No, I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more.
You don't do the Terry Crews no more?
No. But one thing I can say this right here. I can say this right here with everything in me. Bro, believe me when I tell you this right here, you put it to the, like they say, I take your
it to the
duck
bank.
and pull the truck, then shut up and hook that sucker.
No cap.
I don't care how good you are, how strong you are, you will never work out as hard by yourself as you had somebody there with you.
Exactly.
That is real talk.
I don't care how hard you push yourself. When you working out with somebody else, you
It's
always gonna work harder.
It's
If they're pushing you, if they're a person that's gonna push you past the limit, now they beyond where you at, then. But if they somebody that's gonna push you,
Don't do yourself like that.
you gonna always work harder with that partner than you're gonna work out by yourself. So what he just said is very true. It is necessary. It is very necessary that you get connected with somebody because they're gonna see something in yourself that you don't see in yourself,
Right.
And they're willing to pull you out of that place and not let you succumb to the demise of your own thoughts.
Big facts.
Good way to end this, bro. That's good.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
that's
You have to
That's
be
good.
paired up with a person
Yeah.
who
Got
is
to.
who is focused on what you can't see.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a part of love. And that
Yeah.
person
And growth.
who is focused on what you can't see, they are conditioning themselves to take whatever that you dish out from the condition that you're in. We talking about love, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
We ain't talking about we talking about you being paired up like the big homie, like okay, assigned.
Facts.
We talking about assignments. That's why people choosing people you're not assigned to.
Mm-hmm.
We talking
real
about
spill.
once you have been assigned to somebody, you have look. Here's the thing. After this, I know we got to dip, bro. You got to answer the call. That's step one, right? You got to accept the call, and then you have to be well with the things that come along with the call. We're
That
talking about as being assigned to people.
That's a whole different level.
It's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
So stop playing around with the people you are assigned to.
That's it.
Stop playing around with the organization you are assigned to. Don't play around with them people. They're there for you for real, for real. It's no game.
Yeah, take advantage of it.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, take advantage of it. Yeah, that's good. So we're going to end
For
on that
real,
note,
'cause-
man. Heavy deal. Real deal, Holyfield. That one hitter quitter, baby boy.
Total knockout.
So, man, y'all know
TKO.
what it is, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We're going to get out y'all here. Keep the comments coming, man. And
Thanks.
y'all got anything for us? Y'all know what to do. Man, we're going to end it out with this. Y'all know how we do, man. Shoot for the top because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.